Oh man, the talk of the last 2, 3 days has been Billboard's top 50 rappers of all time list. I saw the top 10 and I got some thoughts on that, but let's just go through the whole list. Let's see if they did a good job. So let's just go through every rapper that's on this list. Number 50, Rick Ross. I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at Rick Ross. Uh, I mean, he helped. He dominated the 2010s, late 2000s, 2010s. I mean, it's not too far fetched to say Rick Ross one of the 50 of all time. I'm not mad at that. Number 49, Rev Run DMC. Nothing else to talk about. Of course, he absolutely deserves to be on this list. Number 48, Melly Mel. Nothing else to talk about. One of the forefathers. Absolutely should be on this list. Number 47, MC Light. She should be a little bit higher. Honestly. It's crazy how she came out when she was 16. Like she started rapping with the males, with the guys at 16. It's incredible. Um But at 47, I think she's too low, but she deserves to be on this list. No doubt about it. Number 46, this pissed me off. Because he's in my top five. He's tied for my number 5 spot. Of all time, my favorite rappers of all time. But they got Jadakiss at number 46. 46 rappers better than Jadakiss? 46. Well, 45 rappers better than Jadakiss? I can't, no, I can't see that. No, 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 no. That's crazy. That is crazy to me. 45, they have 45 more rappers better than Jadakiss. Gee whiz. I don't know about this one. I don't agree. I don't agree. He's too low. He is definitely too low. But he's on the list. Number 45, Ice-T. Nothing else to talk about. He absolutely deserves to be on this list. Number 44, Queen Latifah. Nothing else to talk about. She deserves to be on this list. Number 43, Bun B. Absolutely. My question with Bun B is Pimp C somewhere on this list? Curious about that. But Bun B, absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, it's nothing else to discuss. Here's something else that pissed me off. Number 42, remember how I just told you Jadakiss is tied for my number 5 spot of greatest rappers of all time? He's tied with this rapper, Redman. They have Redman at 42. Two of my top 5 favorite rappers of all time are not even in the top 20. Redman at number 42. It's bad enough that I think Redman is already underrated. He's already underrated. But 42? Gee whiz. But he's on the list. So I'm glad he's on the list. But he's way too low. Number 41, E40. Not mad at that. But you can't sit here and tell me that E40 has had a better career than Redman. You cannot tell me that. You cannot tell me that E40 has dropped more classic albums than Redman. That I don't think he should be above Redman. But is E40 one of the top 50? Absolutely. But if E40's on this list, Too Short better be on this list. At number 40, Dr. Dre. Let me do this. Got to give Billboard credit for putting Dr. Dre on this list because a lot of people, when you mention some of the greatest rappers of all time, Dr. Dre isn't mentioned. And I know he didn't write his lyrics, he had writers. And that matters to a lot of people. But for me, Dr. Dre has dropped 2 of the greatest rap albums of all time in the history of rap. 2001 and The Chronic. Chronic arguably might be the greatest rap album of all time, depending on how you look at it. But it's definitely in top 5, top 10. And 2001 is up there too, somewhere on that list. You got to put Dr. Dre in the conversation. How can you have a greatest rapper of all time list and Dr. Dre's not in the conversation? So I'm glad they gave Dr. Dre a spot on here. He absolutely deserves it. But from 50 to 40, I think all of these rappers deserve their spot. The positioning is I don't like. Like, there is no way Jadakiss and Redman would be this low. But that's just my personal opinion. Not everybody feels how I feel. But so far, Billboard's got it right. I know some people can make an argument about Rick Ross. I'm okay with that too. But I'm also okay with him being at number 50. But for the most part, Billboard did a great job so far. Let's keep going. Number 39, Ludacris. Might be a little bit low on this list, but absolutely. He's absolutely one of the greatest rappers of all time. Number 38, Gucci Mane. Let me write down who I don't think should be on this list. So I'm going to keep Rick Ross at 50, but I'm going to write down Gucci Mane. Now, salute to Gucci Mane. Salute to Gucci. All right. He's had a great career. His longevity. He's been in it, like he's put on artists. Salute to Gucci. But is Gucci one of the top 50 rappers of all time? I don't think so. I think this is the first mistake that they've made so far. And besides, even if Gucci is one of the top 50 rappers of all time, it is extremely disrespectful to have him above Dr. Dre, Queen Latifah, Redman, Jadakiss, MC Lyte. Pretty much everybody on this list that's behind him should be ahead of Gucci Mane. But I don't know. I don't think Gucci Mane should be on this list at all. I think that's wrong. And it's no disrespect. It's no disrespect. I just don't think Gucci Mane is a top 50 rapper of all time. Let's keep going. So I think this their first mistake. And if Gucci's on here, let's look out. Let's be on the lookout for Jeezy. But all right, number 38, Gucci Mane, I think they got it wrong. Number 37, Common. Absolutely. Common got classic albums to his name. Of course. Number 36, Mos Def. Absolutely. Nobody's going to dispute that. Number 35, Future. You know what? 8 number 1 albums. I'm not the biggest fan of Future. He's not my cup of tea. But one of the 50 greatest rappers of all time, if all of rappers Future be on this list, no. But a part of me is like, here's the thing. I can't be mad that Future's on the list, but then have a problem with Gucci Mane being on the list. Because I like Gucci Mane way better than I like Future. But Future, I mean, since he's came out, like I said, 8 number 1 albums. That is absolutely incredible. One of the most consistent rappers of the last decade. But I just don't think that he would be a top 50 rapper of all time. And if he is, he definitely shouldn't be above Jadakiss, Redman, Queen Latifah, MC Lyte, Melly Mel. I don't know. So I don't think Future should be on this list. But I'm conflicted. We'll come back to Future. Let's see how the rest of this list goes. Number 34, Chuck D. Absolutely. I think he might be too low, actually. I'm surprised Chuck D doesn't have a top 10, 15 spot on this list, actually. So, number 33, Busta Rhymes. Absolutely. Number 32, T.I. Absolutely. No doubt about it. No question about that. Number 31, Little Kim. Come on, like, yes. She come on, absolutely. Number 30, Lauryn Hill. Absolutely. I do think Lauryn Hill might be a little bit too high. The only reason I say that is because Lauryn Hill never followed up her solo album. She never followed up the Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. But, I mean, just that album alone and her work with the Fugees, she deserved to be on this list. So, yeah, absolutely. I just think she might be a little bit too high. That's all. So, from 40 to 30, there was two rappers who I kind of have a problem with being on this, who I do have a problem with being on this list. Gucci Mane and Future. I think they can be replaced. But let's keep going. So far, though, still a good list. Like, Billboard has done a great job so far. Like, we got to give them credit. Everybody's mad, but we got to give them credit. They've done a great job so far. Number 29, Pusha T. Absolutely. The run he's had, the solo run he's had, phenomenal. Absolutely. Number 28, Black Thought. Yes. Salute to Billboard for putting Black Thought on this list. Give me a second, y'all. I'm writing down a rapper who absolutely should be on this list. The rappers who I think shouldn't be on this list, I have some rappers who probably could replace them. So, number 27, Q-Tip. Come on, man. The Tribe Called Quest. Who got a problem with that? Come on. Number 26, Big Pun. Absolutely. Number 25, Method Man. Absolutely. Wu-Tang. I mean, what else is there to talk about? I'm just writing down some rappers who's popped up in my head who hasn't been mentioned yet. They may still be mentioned, but I want to write them down. Okay. Number 24, KRS-One. He's way too low. KRS has an argument for being top 5, top 10. 24, that's low. But he's on the list. Cool. Number 23, Curtis Blow. Thinking about this, oh man. Let me read what Billboard said about him. Before rap became a cultural and commercial powerhouse, Curtis Blow provided early proof of the genre's future capabilities. He was the first rapper signed to a major label, created one of hip-hop's earliest hits with Christmas rapping, earned the first gold plaque for a rap single with The Breaks, and became the first rapper to embark on a national and then international tour. Blow may not possess his descendants' complex rhyme skills, but he was a star in his own right thanks to a magnetic voice and a charismatic stage presence. Plus, his songs were both fun and relatable. The Breaks clearly recounted bad days. Christmas rapping still rings true as a holiday jam. And If I Ruled the World showcased rap's early aspirations. His impact is undeniable. Nas, Jay-Z, De La Soul, KRS-One, and Redman are just a few rappers who have sampled Curtis Blow music. Wow. I'm not mad at him being on this list. I think he's too high. I think he's just way too high. But Curtis Blow, top 50, yes, but he will be pretty low. He will be down at the 40s range because I just don't think. I don't think Curtis Blow would be 23. But I'm not mad at him being on this list. Again, just too high. Number 22, Ghostface Killer. Yes. 21, DMX, you got dang right. RP DMX, but you got dang right. His debut album, It's Dark and Hell is Hot. Not only one of the greatest rap debuts of all time, but just one of the greatest rap albums of all time. So from 30 to 20, for the most part, they got it. Again, I think Curtis Blow is a little bit too high. But other than that, they did good. We need to give Billboard credit. This is a really, really good list. This is a really good list. Now we get to the good part. Number 20, Big Daddy Kane. Heck yes. Might be too low, but this is the top 20. Okay, I'm cool with that. Cool with Big Daddy Kane being that 20. Number 19, Missy Elliott. You goddamn right. You goddamn right. Heck yes. Number 18, Ice Cube. Too low. Because let me tell y'all my favorite five. Let me tell y'all my top 5. Jay-Z, Ice Cube, LL Cool J, Eminem. Number 5 is tied with Redman and Jadakiss. So when I mentioned earlier that Redman and Jadakiss is too low, they're too low. You can't tell me that Curtis Blow, Future, and Gucci Mane should be ranked higher than Jadakiss and Redman. I'm pissed off about that. But Ice Cube at number 18 is extremely disrespectful. That's disrespectful. That's disrespectful. I don't care how y'all put it. That's disrespectful. I mean, Ice Cube from NWA to the legendary solo run that he had. Ice Cube was a mega superstar. Let's not forget. Ice Cube and LL Cool J dominated the early 90s. Late 80s to mid 90s, LL Cool J and Ice Cube dominated. Don't believe me? Go look it up. Ask your parents. But Ice Cube at 18, that is blasphemous, but he deserves to be on this list. 17, 50 Cent, of course. But let me tell you this. Is 50 Cent a better rapper than Ice Cube? Does 50 Cent have a better Ice Cube? Does 50 Cent have a better catalog than Ice Cube? No. Ice Cube got America's Most Wanted. He got Death Certificate. He got The Predator. He got Straight Outta Compton. Nah. But again, I guess it's not. They're on the list, and 50 Cent is one of the greatest rappers of all time. So cool. I'm not mad at that. Number 16, Scarface. You goddamn freaking right. Goddamn right. Nothing else to talk about there. Number 15, J. Cole. Is J. Cole one of the all-time greats? Absolutely. I think he's too high. He's too high. J. Cole, you telling me J. Cole has had a better career than Ice Cube? You freaking crazy? J. Cole's had a better career than Big Daddy Kane? J. Cole's had a better career than Redman? Let's put albums together. Compare albums. He should be. I'm not mad at him being. I'm not really mad at him being in the top 20. But 15, you got him ranked above Ice Cube? I don't know about that. But does J. Cole deserve to be on the greatest rappers of all time list? Sure, absolutely. No issues with that. Number 14, LL Cool J. You gotta be freaking kidding me. You gotta be freaking kidding me. LL Cool J. LL Cool J at number 14. Rap's arguably first superstar. Over 20 years of making hit records. Dominated the hip hop scene in the 80s and 90s. It was for a while. It was all about LL. I mean, a mega superstar, classic albums, multiple classic albums to his name. You got him at 14. I think he's too low, but he absolutely is one of the greatest rappers of all time. Absolutely. Number 13, Rakim. You goddamn right. Might be too low. Number 12, Andre 3000. Absolutely. Now, would you put Andre 3000 over Rakim? Just the question. Just putting that out there. Number 11, Kanye West. Not mad at that. So, from number 20 to 11. My only discrepancy was just the positioning. Again, but so far, not mad at that. Now, here we go to the good part. Here we go. At number 10, Nicki Minaj. Now, people are mad about this. People are mad about this, and I get it. Here's the thing. Whether you like Nicki Minaj or not, the fact of the matter is, not only is she the most successful female rapper of all time, she got the stats to prove it. Nicki Minaj writes her own lyrics. That is a fact. She is a lyricist. That is a fact. And she has a legendary and a fantastic catalog. That is a fact. Nicki Minaj is not only arguably probably the most greatest female rapper of all time, but she is in fact one of the greatest rappers of all time, and she absolutely deserves to be in the top 50, whether you like it or not. Because here's the thing, you got to put your personal feelings to the side, because there's some rappers on here that I'm not the biggest fans of. But that doesn't mean that they're not one of the greatest rappers of all time. But now, does Nicki should be on this list? But at number 10, she might be. I think she's a little bit too high. For me personally, I will put Missy above Nicki, just because before Nicki there was Missy, and everybody. Well, if you grew up when I was growing up, early 2000s, Missy had the rap game on lock. She was just incredible. For my personal preference, I like Missy over Nicki. But Nicki Minaj at number 10, I don't think she should be number 10, but I do think she should be on this list. But top 10, I don't think so. Number 9, Snoop Dogg. You got dang right. You got dang right. Number 8, Drake. I don't think Drake is a top 10 rapper of all time. Top 20, I would have been okay with. Top 10, no. But is Drake one of the all-time greats? Absolutely. He should be on this list. Number 7, Lil Wayne. You got dang right. Number 6, the Notorious B.I.G. You god dang freaking right. Absolutely. Number 5, the real Slim Shady Eminem. Eminem is in my top 5. I'm not mad at Eminem being put at number 5, depending on who's above Eminem. But Eminem in the top 5, absolutely. Absolutely. Number 4, Tupac. Absolutely. I'm not mad at them putting Tupac above Eminem. I'm not mad at that. Number 3, Nas. I'm not mad at them putting, because a lot of people's mad, oh, Eminem at number 5, he should be higher. Would I put Eminem higher? Probably, yeah. But look who they got above Eminem. Tupac. Nas at number 3. So, yeah, I mean. Number 2, Kendrick Lamar. My personal opinion, I don't think Kendrick Lamar is a top 5 rapper of all time. I wouldn't have him in my top 10, but he's in the top 20. But Kendrick Lamar number 2, I'm still not mad at that. At number 1, Jay-Z. Jay-Z, the greatest rapper of all time. Not mad at this. You know, he's in my top 5. Not mad at it. So let me say this. Want to give props to, because it looked like it wasn't just Build, it was Vibe as well. First of all, I want to salute the Billboard and Vibe, because for the most part, they did a great job with this list. They did a really, really great job. Say what you want. Now, the positioning is wrong. I'm with you on the positioning. And that's what people are focused on. But like just the rappers they have on this list, they did a fantastic job. So salute the Billboard. Now let's go over some of these notes that I have. Out of every rapper that was on this list, there was 4 that probably shouldn't be on this list, or should have been a little bit lower. But Gucci Mane and Future, I don't think they should be on this list. Curtis Blow, he should be really low on the list, but I'm okay with taking him off. And Rick Ross at 50, I am okay with, but he can be replaced. Because here's the thing. There were some rappers that was left off. Eve was left off. How do you make a top 50 greatest rappers of all time list and Eve is not on the list? Eve is one of the greatest female rappers of all time. How do you leave Eve off? How do you leave Big Boy off from Outkast? How do you leave off Big Boy? That's nuts. They left off Raekwon. How you leave off Raekwon the chef? I think that's wrong. Fat Joe. Fat Joe was not on the list. Royce the 5'9" was not on the list. Jeezy was not on the list. They had Gucci Mane, they had Future, but they didn't have Jeezy. Make it make sense. They had Bun B, but didn't have Pimp C. But not having Raekwon, even Big Boy, is an absolute travesty. I'm taking Gucci Mane off, I'm throwing in Raekwon. I'm taking Future out, I'm throwing in Eve. I'm taking Curtis Blow out, I'm throwing in Big Boy. I'm taking Rick Ross out, and I'm adding in Jeezy or Royce or Fat Joe. I'll probably throw in Jeezy. But yeah, Guru wasn't mentioned either.